Hi, my name is Shachar, and I'm going to talk about leveling up in a new code base in a fun and challenging way. And I'm gonna get my clicker. So, I have 25 years experience as a human, 5 years as a software engineer, and 1 year here at Wix in Paid Ads team. And since we're gonna talk about video games, I'm gonna share that my favorite ones growing up were Zombies vs. Plants, or Plants vs. Zombies, the correct name, and Mario Kart. So, as I mentioned, I joined Wix a year ago, and I had to learn a whole new code base. And also, it happened to me in my previous jobs or projects. I had to read a lot of code, and I love code deep dives. But this was kind of boring and had no specific challenge that I had to solve. So it was long, and I felt that I wasn't doing it efficiently. So I decided I'm going to create a method for myself that would help me do that next times that I would need it and make it fun and challenging. So the first thing I asked myself is, what makes it hard for me reading so much code when I need to onboard onto a code base? So, of course, this is very individual, but those were 3 points for me. So the first one, modern systems are complex. They have many dependencies, and they are distributed, which makes it, by definition, a difficult thing to do. Knowledge is fragmented, meaning sometimes you want to understand why something was written the way it was, and the reason behind it, you can find it, but not in the code base, in GitHub PRs or in docs or somewhere else, but it's not very easily accessible and you might feel lost. Also, every new code base has rules. Something that you learned in your previous job might not be applicable. So basically, it's a whole new world. And this brings me to this point. I decided to treat code bases like open world games. So whoever doesn't play video games, doesn't know what it is, it's basically a game genre in which you land in a certain place and you can explore the world around you freely. So like there is no linear way to do this. What's fun about it is that you can do it your own way and progress in a way you feel like it. So in code, it's the same. You get like a feature or a bug, and you go to service A, which is connected to service B, which will be your next destination. So, of course, every open world needs a map. And naturally, you would think that would be, well, the code. But this is not the greatest place to look at it, in my opinion, because the code itself doesn't show you the connections well. You need to look for them intentionally, and today we have a much better way to do this, which is this. Now I'll explain what it is. This is a graph that has all kinds of sources of knowledge that our project lives in. So user data, like logs and stuff, and maybe docs and, again, PRs and all the history that we have on GitHub. Those things are accessible to us via MCPs and LLMs, and we can look at the project holistically, and we can see the whole flow that we're trying to look at, and not just read the code to understand the whole project all at once. Okay. Also, in video games, sometimes we have a sidekick, which is very fun because he gets some abilities that we don't have. And usually when we get something in a video game, it means we have to use it somehow, right? So we have to use our sidekick to help us. And AI knows how to do things the way we cannot. He has the abilities that we don't have. And this is the reason we have to use him, because that way we will have this advantage and be able to maybe help him. He will be able to help us explore the map, explore our risky areas, or just answer any question we have. Now, boss fights is also something we have in video games, which is very fun. Boss fights are usually some combat or fight against like a very difficult enemy that is very strong and scary, and we cannot come unprepared. So it's the same in code. When we first onboard onto a code base, we might have some areas that we're afraid to touch, like maybe payments or authentication or subscription or any legacy code or anything like that. And my point is, for those, you have to prepare. Now you have to do so in a deliberate way. And I know it sounds very basic. Yeah, of course, when it's difficult, we have to prepare. No, when we see it as a boss fight, we will definitely look at some steps that we need for it and decide what our levels would be and what we need to take to be able to be ready for the boss fight. Now, those things are not actual steps that you have to use, and they're not set in stone, even though in the picture they kind of are. But you have to decide what the steps are for yourself and be ready for the boss fight. So that was it. Next time when you onboard onto a new code base, you can just try it. Thank you.